Hey guys, what's going on? Mike the Caveman Q here again for Paleo Palm Long Island, MikeTheCaveman.com. And today's question is, what can we do about tooth decay? Now, let's be clear out something right out of the gate. Just because something is common doesn't mean that it's normal. We discussed this before when we talked about the difference between functional and pathological blood testing. Just because something is normal, we're dealing with an unhealthy population as a whole. The majority of Americans these days are sick and or obese. If you want more information on that, check out this video over here. But, moving forward, specifically when we're talking about teeth issues, we've talked before about the importance of micronutrient sufficiency in a host of health issues, but particularly when we're talking about our hair and nails, as well as our bones. But when it comes to our teeth, the nutrition you're getting in is beyond important. We need to make sure we're getting in adequate fat-soluble vitamins, like vitamins A, D, K, particularly K2, as well as the minerals, calcium, magnesium, phosphorus. Those will all be important in maintaining the integrity of your teeth. Those fat-soluble vitamins, A, D, and K, they work synergistically. They work together to improve your bone and tooth density. While everyone focuses on vitamin D, just as important, if not more, is vitamin K2. The reason being, similar to how insulin has a role in transporting and distributing glucose into your cells. Vitamin K2, one of its biggest roles is in the allocation of calcium into tissue. It tells vitamin D where to put things. And if you have adequate amounts of vitamin K2, then you're going to actually put it into your teeth and your bones. From there, the minerals, including the aforementioned calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, and the trace mineral boron, are essential in the, wait for it, mineralization of your teeth. So adequate levels of these nutrients is super important. Unfortunately, numerous food sources that would seem to be excellent sources of these minerals contain compounds that will lock up, they will bind or chelate, they'll hold together those minerals and make them not bioavailable. Some of the worst offenders include grains, legumes, nuts, seeds, and even green leafy vegetables. They contain anti-nutrients such as phytic acid and oxalic acid that will prevent the proper absorption of these minerals, as well as can act as enzyme inhibitors. Now, to be clear though, fortunately, the dose makes the poison. And in these cases, proper preparation through soaking, sprouting, fermenting, and or cooking can actually reduce the activity of the phytic and oxalic acids. So particularly when we're talking about nuts and seeds and green leafy vegetables, it doesn't mean don't eat them. Just don't make them in their raw form a bulk of your diet. Properly prepare them, and you'll be able to get those minerals out of it. From there, every kindergartner knows, don't eat sugar because it's going to rot your teeth. So how does that work? It's not that sugar inherently rots your teeth. It's just that they are pathogenic bacteria, most commonly Streptococcus mutans, which uses that sugar as a fuel. From there, it actually builds a biofilm, which we more commonly refer to as a plaque. Now, we've talked about biofilms before the other day when we were talking about systemic enzymes. If you want to dig a little deeper into that, make sure to check out this video over here. But the problem with that plaque and those biofilms is that they protect the bacteria from being attacked by either pharmaceutical or natural antibiotics. So, what do? Well, that's why you want to brush. When you're brushing your teeth, you are physically and manually removing that plaque. You taught that in kindergarten too. While clearly not a bad idea, wouldn't it be a better idea to rob those bacteria of their primary fuel source, as well as to help foster a healthy microflora? From there, those aforementioned systemic enzymes are actually excellent at eating through biofilms. Unfortunately, the literature is currently lacking in their use for dental caries, but the potential is there. Either way, what are your biggest takeaways for today? Wait for it. Eat real food, particularly micronutrient-dense sources of vitamins A, D, and K2, as well as the minerals, calcium, phosphorus, magnesium. So that means lots of quality animals and their fats, particularly liver and grass-fed dairy such as butter and Gouda cheese, as those are great sources of vitamins A, D, and K. Some lightly steamed green leafy vegetables will help improve their mineral bioavailability by deactivating that phytic acid and oxalic acid, while not completely stripping them of their minerals by boiling them for too long. You may also want to consider a quality multivitamin like Nutrients, which was actually developed to reverse osteoporosis. Dr. Jason and Mira Calton came up with the formula to get rid of Mira's osteoporosis, so it would be a great idea to get in a quality multivitamin like that, as it is designed to optimize bone and tooth health. From there, some supplemental vitamin K2 could potentially be a great idea as well. Right now my favorite is megaquinone from the same makers of Megaspore. But from there, as we always talk about, what's one of the first things I tell everybody you should be avoiding? And that's added processed sugars. Do not be consuming them for so many reasons. Refined sugar has very little redeeming value. and has a lot of negative consequences associated with it. So stop feeding the bacteria in your mouth that sugar. From there, lots of fermented foods like sauerkraut and kimchi, yogurt, kefir, kombucha are all great ideas, as well as megaspore, which again, to help foster a healthy microbiome. And because the mucosal layer in your gut is linked to all of your other mucosal layers, including the one in your mouth, it should have downstream effects on improving your oral microflora. From there, systemic enzymes like fibrenza could be a great idea, but like we said, unfortunately at this point, there's a lack of clinical data indicating that systemic enzymes will remove the biofilms in your mouth, but it's a lack of clinical data, not because it's not necessarily effective, but rather the research hasn't been done so much on it yet. So I think that's a great idea to follow up. And in fact, for the next 2 weeks or so, maybe a little longer, depending on how I feel with it, I'm actually going to be conducting an N=1 experiment on myself. I'm going to be doing a mouthwash with coconut oil, and I'm going to open up a capsule of fibrenza as well as a capsule of megaspore. I'm going to do about 5-10 minute oil pull with that, and I'm going to see how it feels and see if I see any noticeable, appreciable difference. Now again, 2 weeks is a very short time frame, but I kind of just want to see for myself if anything happens. So I'll be sure to report back to you on that. But for now, if you want some more information on how to improve your hair and nails, talk about that in the beginning of the video, check out this video over here. If you want some more information on the importance of vitamin K2 specifically, particularly in the context of vitamin D and calcium homeostasis, take a look at this video over here. If you want some more information about whether or not you should be eating grains, take a look at this video over here. We talked about that issue with that phytic acid. They have other issues too, so definitely take a look at that video. But either way, hopefully that helped you out, guys. You know what to do though, like and subscribe down below, share it with your friends, head over to Instagram and Twitter and follow me at Mike the Caveman, over on Facebook at Paleo Palm Long Island, and of course over at MikeTheCaveman.com. Either way, have a wonderful rest of your day, take care of your teeth, get those micronutrients in, take care of your bacteria, and stop eating the sugar. I'll see you tomorrow.